Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope you're having a great and blessed morning. I know I am, and we're delivering the juice once again. It seems like for the past 2 days, I've literally been uploading a video every single 5 hours. I haven't found much time to sleep, but hey, who needs sleep when you got the juice and all the news flowing in, guys? It's been an incredible past 24 hours, and it hasn't stopped. More and more news drops every single couple hours, and I just have to keep all of you up to date. So in today's video, guys, we are going to be talking about the Dallas Fuel. Hastro finally, man, he said there was going to be some type of announcement this week. It took him 6 days to finally post it, but he did. Oh baby, it's pretty juicy, guys. So the owner, Hastro of the Dallas Fuel, has said that the Dallas Fuel has optioned to re-sign 6 players up until this point for services in 2019. So that means they want to re-sign 6 of their players. Well, there's a problem here, guys, because last time I checked, the Dallas Fuel have 9 players on their roster currently. Dun dun dun. 3 players are probably not going to be re-signed to the Dallas Fuel. Hastro pretty much just said that. The question is, though, which 3 are they? And that is what we will discuss in the very first part of this video, guys. It's all Dallas Fuel. It's which players are going to get dropped. And to be fair, 2 of them are pretty easy to spot out and say, yeah, they'll probably not get re-signed. But that last 3rd player, it's kind of a question mark. It could be anybody, man. Everyone is on the chopping block for the Dallas Fuel. We don't know who that 3rd player is. We're going to talk about it. And then after that, guys, we are taking a look at a tweet from Reinforce because it seems like he's hinting at a crazy trade between the LA Gladiators and the Dallas Fuel. And that's going to be the video, guys. So if you're new around here, drop a like on the video. And also, guys, please do subscribe to my channel if you want to stay updated on all Overwatch League news. I literally upload them as soon as it happens. I'll keep you guys updated. I promise you that. Turn notifications on, and let's go ahead and hop into this video. All right, so let's go ahead and hop right into this tweet from Hastro, the Dallas Fuel owner. He said this: "Some Dallas Fuel news. We are building out a new LA training facility for our team, specifically for the 2019 season. Roster news. We have optioned 6 players up until this point for services in 2019. Details next week as we have more for you." And then in another response, he said this: "I will also say this. I am feeling very good about our entire team, from managers to coaches to players. We are a unit heading into 2019. Hashtag burn blue." Now, one thing I do want to say is, obviously, the Dallas Fuel last year, before the season started, they thought they were in a good spot. He was happy with everybody too, so don't get too excited about that. Although they are definitely looking really good right now, and I am confident with Aero as a coach. He really has shown to me over the past few months that he knows what he's doing, and he could definitely bring the Dallas Fuel to the top where they belong. Anyways, guys, we really have to pay attention to this. He said they have optioned to re-sign 6 players up until this point for their services in the next season. That means he has confirmed that they do want 6 of their players on their roster. So if you're confused with what Hastro means when he says options for the players, that means that the Dallas Fuel have offered 6 players a spot on their team for 2019. Now, they don't know if the players have accepted yet. None of that has happened. Dallas Fuel has just offered 6 of the players a spot on their team. So it's not confirmed that these 6 will 100% stay. That's up to the players. But the Dallas Fuel have offered them. Just want to make sure everybody understands the wording because it is a little confusing and it might not make full sense. And I mentioned this earlier, guys. The Dallas Fuel have 9 players on their roster: AKM, Unco, Effect, Coco, Taimu, Mickey, OGE, Harry Hook, and Chips Hyen. Out of these 9 players, I can safely say Unco is going to stay, OGE is going to stay, Taimu is going to stay. I think Harry Hook is probably safe. Oh, and by the way, when I say that they're going to stay, I just mean that Dallas Fuel did offer them a spot to stay. Not that they've 100% committed and they will. Again, we don't know that. And then that leaves 5 players that I'm not too sure about. We have AKM, Mickey, Chips Hyen, Effect, and Coco, who honestly, in my opinion, probably wouldn't be confirmed. Now, out of those 5, it's probably safe to say that Coco and Chips Hyen are gone. They're part of those 3, and with those 2 out of the picture, that leaves 1 spot remaining. It could either be Effect, AKM, or Mickey. And guys, I have no idea who it's going to be. I can see worlds where either one of them gets dropped. Effect for his attitude issues, AKM just because, maybe they don't need him anymore. They have Taimu, they have Effect, they can easily cover hit scan, they need projectile. Or Mickey because obviously he's not the greatest off tank. His Brigitte was good, but he can't really play a high level Zarya, Diva, or Roadhog. Now it's a little confusing with Mickey because maybe he is the player that is part of that 3, but he is going to be offered a coaching position and stay with the Fuel. I really do feel like the Fuel, no matter what, want to keep Mickey, whether he is a player, starting, subbing, or a coach, because he is super valuable to have within an atmosphere, and I'm sure Aero knows that, and he's a super smart guy. But again, there's just so many valid reasons as to why the Dallas Fuel wouldn't keep one of these players. Between Effect and AKM, I wouldn't know who I would want to keep. Yeah, AKM's pretty good. He's got great aim. He's a strong hit scan player, right? But he's not like a superstar hit scan, and he is kind of stuck in that hit scan role. We seen him try Genji, and that didn't really work out. We seen him try Sombra, that didn't work out. We seen his Tracer, Bastion, a whole bunch of things. He really honestly just isn't very good at them. Which is weird because yeah, he's a great hit scan. His McCree and his Soldier are world class. But then his next best hero is Pharah, and it's well, if you're good at Pharah, why can't you be good at Genji and all these other random heroes? Also, I guess his Widowmaker's okay, so you could throw 4 heroes in there, which I guess overall isn't that bad of a hero pool, and he could be utilized on some decent teams, but the main problem is that the Dallas Fuel already have someone like him, and maybe a little bit better, which is Taimu, who pretty much play every single one of these even better than him. Besides definitely Pharah and maybe Soldier, I'd say they're probably around the same level, maybe AKM is a bit better, but when Taimu's in his prime and he's popping off, he can play a ton of heroes, 8 or 9. We're talking Junkrat, Reaper, Mei, Widowmaker, Soldier, McCree, and the list goes on. And then we look at Effect, who is a superstar, definitely. Don't get me wrong, Effect is one of the best players in the entire league when he's just in his zone and he's focusing on hitting all of his shots, and those are amazing attributes to have, and any player like that is going to be on a top tier Overwatch League team. But then you look at the baggage that comes with having Effect, it starts to get scary, and you might think, alright, I don't want a repeat of last season. This is very scary. He's clearly over emotional. He yells at his teammates. He's always depressed. It's just really bad for the team atmosphere. You just don't want somebody on your $30 million Overwatch League roster that's going to be toxic. And I'll tell you this, the Dallas Fuel's biggest fear for Season 2 is not underperforming and doing bad. It's going through a bunch of drama like they did in Season 1. Hastro knows he has millionaire investors putting so much money and trust into this team, and after what happened in Season 1, they're not going to be happy. Players getting banned every single week, being accused by Blizzard of being racist, homophobic. I don't really want to get into XQC or Taimu with their homophobic remarks and being accused of being racist by Blizzard, because I honestly don't think they are, but still, regardless if they are or not, they were accused of it, which looks very, very bad, especially when it's coming from Blizzard, the people who you just paid $30 million for your spot. It's not good. So the Dallas Fuel would want to avoid this at all cost, and if that means not picking up Effect for Season 2, that means not picking up Effect for Season 2. So as I said, it's a toss-up for Effect and AKM. There's both reasons to keep them, and there's both reasons to get rid of them. It's a really hard decision because definitely Effect could be really valuable for the Dallas Fuel going into Season 2, and so could AKM. You want to keep Effect because, who knows, maybe if he does turn his attitude around, Aero can get to him and help him out. He would be an insane player for these guys. He would help them reach the top like they want to. As for AKM, he already proved he's a hard worker, he's a good teammate, he's going to show up on time, he's going to practice hard. And you never want to get rid of a player like that, even if they're just a sub and they're not as good as your main player. It's always a good thing to have around your locker room. And that brings us to the last guy, Mickey, who he's got to stay on the Dallas Field no matter what. And that's why the wording with him is very confusing. He very well could be the 3rd player getting dropped, but re-signed as a coach like I said earlier. So I'm not too sure what to say about Mickey. We already know he underperformed on off-tank for most of the season. His Brigitte was great. He would work awesome as a coach on the Dallas Fuel, but I think his time as a player with them is probably over regardless, so he might be the 3rd guy. I don't know. It's a toss-up. It could be any 3 of them. And that's pretty much it for this topic. I think I went over everything I wanted to say. At the end of the day, I'm just super excited to hear these announcements from the Fuel coming up. Be sure to leave a comment down below. You guys let me know who you think it is. Is it Mickey, AKM, Effect? Or could I even be wrong? Is Coco or Chips going to stay, and could it be other players? Anything is possible, right? But I'm pretty sure I'm onto something here, and this is probably what's going to happen with the Fuel coming in the next couple weeks. And now, guys, moving on to this tweet from Reinforce, which a lot of people are just freaking out about. It's super confusing, but what it seems like is a possible trade between the LA Gladiators and the Dallas Fuel. Let's go ahead and just take a look at it. So as you guys can see, it's just a bunch of emojis. We have shields up and then a halo emoji. So that's obviously the LA Gladiators in the upper part. Then we move down and I'm a little confused here. It's fire, which probably means fuel, right? but I don't know what the heart is. I'm guessing, it's just blue for the Dallas Fuel. I have no idea. And then there's a cowboy, which throws me off a little bit because it could be for the Houston Outlaws, something about them, but I doubt that. It can't be the Houston Outlaws. This has to be a trade between the Dallas Fuel and the LA Gladiators. I think that Halo means like a good person, somebody who's looked upon as a nice guy within the community. Everybody loves him, and that's got to be Bishu. It's got to be Bishu. And what does the Dallas Fuel need right now? An off tank. So Bishu going to the Dallas Fuel? Possibly. But then what does the Cowboy mean? I'm thinking, all right, maybe McCree, somebody who's a strong hit scan. Could it be like AKM? Could it be Effect? Bishu for an Effect trade? That seems pretty even. I would take Bishu for Effect if I was the Dallas Fuel, 100%. And for the LA Gladiators, they just got rid of a bunch of DPS players. Asher, who was kind of a hit scan. Silk Thread also was kind of a hit scan. Effect is a hard Tracer player. LA Gladiators got rid of their Tracer player. So this very well could be a Bishu for Effect trade. But then I start to think a little bit more and I'm getting in my own head. Maybe this Cowboy does mean McCree, and maybe that means Taimu, who, by the way, is playing with Shaz and Big Goose in the World Cup for Team Finland. So, maybe a connection there. It could be Taimu going over to the LA Gladiators. Maybe it's not Bishu. Maybe it's Void. Maybe the LA Gladiators are like, all right, we like Bishu. He's great. He can help communicate for Korean and English. We'll keep him. Let's get rid of Void, who, is good, but not as good as Bishu, not as valuable. And let's pick up a DPS player since we just got rid of two of them, who could very well be Taimu. So I don't know what the hell's going on, guys. It's crazy. I don't really want to blow this too out of proportion and keep going on and on and on about it, which I probably could for like 10 hours. But for all we know, Reinforce could be completely just messing with all of us, as a lot of Overwatch League broadcasters, players, contenders players, they've all been doing it. They're playing with our emotions, guys. So I'm going to leave it at that. Be sure to leave a comment on the video, guys. Let me know what you think about this entire thing. Who is getting cut from the Dallas Fuel? And also, what does this tweet mean from Reinforce? Don't forget, drop a like on the video. And lastly, subscribe to my channel if you want to stay updated on Overwatch League news. Pretty much anything that goes down, you'll find it here ASAP. So turn them notifications on, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. God damn, guys, it's been a grind trying to keep up with this juice. Again, I just want to say thank you for everybody watching, and now I'm out of here. Peace.